Hey everyone, I am so excited for today's video because it has been so heavily requested. It is how I do my own builder gel manicures at home. For reference, I've been doing my own gel manicures for about 10 years now, and I recently switched over to builder gel, also known as hard gel or rubber gel. There are a bunch of different words that they might mean something a little bit different, but I kind of use them interchangeably because they all seem to pretty much do the same thing. I am not a licensed nail technician. I've never had any training in that. So take everything I say as an amateur speaking to you. This is just what works for me and how I have been doing my nails. I decided to switch to builder gel because leading up to my wedding, this is about the length that I like my nails to be at. And when I just use gel, they're not quite as strong, so it's easy for me to break one, and I just wanted to make sure that I could have this length at my wedding without having to do any sort of extensions. So I started testing around with different builder gels, found my absolute favorite formula, and I'm just obsessed with it. The prep process that I do is pretty much the same if I'm doing a gel manicure or a builder gel manicure. It's just the actual application of either the builder gel or the gel color that is a little bit different. But this set is actually 2 weeks old and I can get another week out of it. So I'm only going to be showing you guys one finger. I'm going to take you through how I remove the product, how I fill it, how I do my cuticles, and everything that I use. I do my manis about every 3 weeks to once a month-ish, and I think it is my fiance's favorite night because it's always after work. I've worked a full day, come home, do a chore, we go to the gym together, and then I come home and I do my nails because I feel like I'm saving so much money by doing my nails myself instead of going to get them done. One of the little things we like to do and treat ourselves is to get dinner delivered on those nights. So these are always my fiance's absolute favorite. And DoorDash actually reached out to me and said, leading up to the wedding, we would love to send you some dinners on those crazy hectic nights. And I was like, that's awesome. We use DoorDash as the delivery platform when we're ordering food to be delivered to us. So it was absolutely so sweet of them. They are sponsoring this video. Thank you so much. DoorDash is your door to more. They don't just deliver food. You can literally get almost anything delivered on DoorDash. So I actually had a printer delivered to me one time. It showed up like 45 minutes later and it was exactly what I needed. So if you want to use code JuicyStar50, you can get 50% off up to $10 on any order over $15. So I will put all that below, but thank you so much DoorDash for partnering with me on this video. I'm very excited and my fiance is very, very excited. So let's go ahead and get into how I do my own builder gel manicure. These are my nails exactly 14 days after I did my last set. The very first thing I need to do is remove the bulk of this product off my nails. Now I'm not gonna take it all the way down to the natural nail because this is going to protect and make sure that I'm not actually using the electric file on my natural nail. A lot of people like to use a bit with sanding bands on these. I actually find a bit like this to be a lot easier for me, so I will link this down below. For this step, I'm going at a speed of 12,000 RPM and I'm using hardly any pressure. I'm not pressing down on my nail at all. I'm just guiding the drill and letting it do the work. I'm also being very conscious to hold the barrel parallel to my nail and not up at an angle. All right, I got the majority of the bulk of the product off, but now I'm going to file the free edge, and I like this kind of oval shape on my nails. That's the vibe I'm feeling right now. When you're filing, it takes a lot longer to only go in one direction and not go back and forth, but I do think that it really does help the strength of your nails, so I like to only file in one direction. This is quite difficult at this angle. It's not what I'm used to, so I hope that this turns out okay. I'm happy with that shape, so now let's move on to cuticle work, which is my favorite part of any manicure. As you can see, I have quite a few bits, and I've tried so many different brands, and I'm going to tell you which ones I would avoid and which ones I would use. If you see a pack that looks like either of these, I would steer clear of them. They do not work as well as some of the other ones that I've found. But these are the ones that you guys want. These are incredible. I'm going to start on a speed of 14, which is also 14,000 RPM, and in the direction forward. Now I'm gonna switch it to reverse and do the other side again, just opening up the sidewall and the cuticle pocket. So here is what my nail is looking like at this point. Now I'm going to switch over to my tapered column bit. Same thing with this, I'm gonna stay at a speed of 14, start in the forward position, and then move it into the reverse. I know a lot of people don't like to nip any of the dead skin off with cuticle clippers, but that is not me. And one of the things about doing your own nails at home is that you get to make those sorts of decisions for yourself. So I am going to just very carefully nip off some of this dead skin. If you can feel any sort of pain, you're not doing it right. Something is wrong and you need to stop. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. I'm gonna pour that on the nail, oops, and I'm gonna take my nail brush and just give it a good scrub, remove any of that debris. You cannot tell me that that is not a beautiful, clean cuticle, so I'm gonna go ahead and ooh, beautiful cuticle, that's cute. I'm going to go ahead and let this just kind of air dry a little. We have our nail dehydrator. I'm going to focus the dehydrator on my natural nail, but then run down whatever is remaining onto the rest of it. Next step is our nail primer. This nail primer dries a little sticky, and I think it really helps the slip coat of the builder gel, but I'm just going to make sure that I'm not getting it on any of the skin around my nail. Proceeds to get it on skin around the nail. Now I'm just gonna let this dry down until it's not wet anymore. It becomes more of like a tacky consistency. Now we go into our actual builder gel. This is the color that obviously I already have on my nails. It is 001 by Modalones, but I've tried so many different builder gels, hard gels, sculpture gels, and this one is my absolute favorite formula. There is another one, another brand that has a color that I prefer more than this. It's a little more sheer than this, but I've only tried this brand in this color and clear. I like to do the clear if I'm going to put my own gel polish color over it, but this one is just really beautiful on its own, so we're gonna go with that. I'm going to depot some of this builder gel onto a plate. I don't love using the brushes that it comes with. They're just like really big and bulky, and I just don't like them. So I'm just going to apply a generous amount of that onto this plate. And then this is the brush that I use. It's two-sided, so I like that one side I can do the all over nail, and then on the other side I can get really close to the cuticle and the side walls. The very first thing I'm gonna do is take just a very little bit of this product on my brush and start working it onto the nail as a slip layer. So the only purpose of this is to try to coat where I want any of the self-leveling builder gel to flood once I put on a larger amount. So this is where I see a lot of people saying they're not super precise with their slip coat. It's just to get a base coat down basically. I like to be really precise with mine, and I like to kind of scrub it into the nail. So see how I'm kind of going back and forth and really scrubbing this onto the nail? Take a little bit more. Anywhere that I place this product, when I go in with my bigger bead of product, it is going to flood to here. So I'm just going to be very precise on the side walls and around the cuticle. And I've got to say, this step is so much easier doing my left hand because I can actually use my right hand. But now that I have that on, I'm not going to cure it or anything. I'm going to get a nice size bead of this product on my brush. And I'm going to apply it onto the center of the nail where the apex is. Just like this. I'm going to kind of wipe off any of that excess off my brush. And I'm just going to very lightly start dragging this down my nail. And I'm also going to push it up towards the cuticle. If you feel like it's starting to slip and slide around on you, go ahead and just hold your nail upside down and gravity is gonna kind of pull everything back to the center. Now I'm going to go in with the other side and start pushing some of this product closer to that side wall. I'm gonna take a touch more product on this little brush and go ahead and just start working it up closer to the cuticle, because it's not quite as close as I want to get it. Once you are happy with the way it looks, go ahead and cure it. And that is what it looks like when it's cured. Now, if you have some like lumpy, bumpy areas, you can go over this with a buffer or a file and go ahead and file it down smooth. I am actually really happy with this application, so I'm just going to go in with my top coat. This is a pretty runny top coat, so I try to clean off the majority of the brush. And then back under to cure for 60 more seconds. Oh, can we just talk about how good that nail looks? Now I am going to finish it off with just a little bit of cuticle oil. Just kind of all over that area, rub it in. And that is how I do my own Builder Gel mani at home. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much to DoorDash, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.